so right. Step by step, a marvel grows in his hands, pure midnight. Wayne's world building dreams, a vision clear as day. Every model ever seen, crafted his own way. Engines growl in his care, sci-fi ships taking air. Journey grand in his mind, through his YouTube lair. In each frame the universe blooms, tools and time into. Passion drives every beat, a symphony in his room. From classic rides to space-time, details deep, he's our guide. Worlds imagine taking flight, shining in the studio light. From classic rides to space-time, details deep, he's our guide. Worlds imagined taking flight, shining in the studio light.
It's Thursday night, the time is right to chat the night away. He chats a ton, he drink cracking rum. So let's start this stream today.
Good evening, everybody. Tonight I'm on this microphone, so hopefully everything's working because I haven't been on this microphone for a long time. I'm normally using this one. Although, was I on this last week? I don't remember. I don't think I was. But the green bar's doing what it's doing. Everything seems to be working. And I have changed some of the graphics, as you can see at the start. I'm also going to be changing some of the graphics on the end cards as well. But before I do that, hello, Christian from Grantham.
Give it up big time. Hello, Christian from Grantham. Now let's get cracking.
Because what I'm doing is that I had people's YouTube channels with QR codes on the screen, and I was looking at the analytics early on in the week, and they don't really get scanned much. So what I'm going to do is on the end card of all the videos that I bring out, where I normally have my videos, I'm going to be putting anyone that I'm following on the subscribers videos on that end card, so people can click on that, and it gives the channels more exposure. And then if people want to subscribe from following those videos, they can. But I'm going to try that way up, so hopefully some of the community might be able to get a few more follows from those video links as well. Plus, it's a bit more attractive following a video icon of what you're actually building than a user icon from YouTube, which doesn't really give away what you're actually doing on the channel. But I did notify the YouTube channel members and the Patreons today regarding that. So now, you know me, I have these monologues. So I have got a monologue. I have been writing a sticky note for myself, actually, so I know exactly what I'm talking about. Now, it's no secret that I have fallen behind on some stuff at the moment because I am deliberately not doing some of the bigger builds. I'm not doing the Stingray at the moment. I haven't done the last LaFerrari. As a matter of fact, let me just go through what I've got. I've got here pack 12 of the Stingray, pack 4 of the Esprit. I've got pack 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11 of the Enterprise. I've got 11, 12, 13, and 14 of the DeLorean, pack 14 of the Infinity Gauntlet, pack 9 of the 1-6 Mustang, pack 7, 8, 9, and 10 of the Millennium Falcon. I've got pack 7, 8, and 9 of the Lotus that I've started building this week, the Edson Senna Lotus, pack 21 of the GT40. That's all the things that I've got here, but I'm deliberately not doing the LaFerrari and the Stingray because there's so much to do in stage 12. What I am going to do is I'm going to stick them down into bite-sized chunks. Now, after the 19th, things are going to go back to normal, so we're not going to have a problem there. Hopefully we can do some of the long form videos. Just so you know, tomorrow on the channel we're going to be doing pack 18 of the Titanic because there's not much to do. It's just building a stand. So and I am picking the kiddies up tomorrow. But I do want to mention a couple of things now. If you remember, because I'm lost about because I missed the stream when I come back from Wonderfest, and then we did the Sprueverse challenge last week. So I think I announced to you all the week after I come back from Wonderfest that unfortunately we lost Steve Willens from the Maker's Cave. That was just at the early part of June. And as you know, on June the 22nd, I've got a picture here. I lost my mum. So my mum is being buried next Friday. That's the 19th of July. So for that reason, there's going to be no live stream next Thursday, and there's going to be no video on Friday. But after next week's out the way, I think it's going to be a tough week next week. Everything's going to be back to normal. And unfortunately, we had news as well a few days ago of the passing of Boyd Crompton from Trackworks. If you know Boyd, he was brilliant at doing the 1350 refit and stuff like that. And it's a shame another person from the community has gone. But I just wanted to pay tribute to that now. But I thought I'd do that right at the start because I don't want to bring everyone down with what's going on and stuff like that. But I will look at chat, I promise, in a minute. But I'm on a roll because there's loads of things to talk about. John Freeman, for my birthday, that was July the 4th, actually sent me a new Gundam model. Check this one out. This is the RX-93 V2 High Gundam. How do you pronounce the V? High V Gundam? I think that's got a way to pronounce that V. But there's another brilliant Gundam model to do there. I know John Hay was telling me he's got like 8 Gundam models for me, so I'm going to never not be shy of Gundams because on my member stream, I finished that luminous globe. If you saw on social media, that's finished. So I'm not sure what I'm doing next week. I have to figure that one out. Also, we've got some new things going. So Cosmic Scale Models, it's QR code time. So Cosmic Scale Models, there you go. There's the link to Cosmic Scale Models. A couple of things in development. We've got the Blue Midget from, I love the name of it, from Red Dwarf, looking just like that. That's in development at the moment. But for sale at the moment, they have got the concept shuttle for Star Trek. And that's designed by Jeffrey Fink. check that out. Now, I believe, Lou, you did one of these for Wonderfest, didn't you? So let me just move that QR code out of the way because you can't see it. But that's everything you get from the kit, and that is available from Cosmic Scale Models. And there's the link there, which is pretty cool. Now, also, while I'm in QR code corner, I want to click on the link to Partwork upgrades, and I want to lose that picture because if you saw Lancaster video today, I showed off Ian's got the crew for the Lancaster bomber, and he's also doing the Lancaster stand, but he's also, as you can see there, got a 20% off sale this summer. So if you use the code SummerSale20 and you're spending over £35, you can get 20% off. But there's a link to the Partwork upgrade site, and remember to use SummerSale20. So that's that one. I've got this one, which is your interest in the Ford Falcon. Now, pre-orders for this start in September from Hachette Partworks. This is going to be available. I have got this confirmed in the UK and the US. And if you didn't see the pictures last week, this is what it's looking like. Again, I'm just going to hide that QR code for a second so you can see these pictures. Does look pretty cool. And it's not affiliated with Mad Max at all. So it's just an interceptor, as you can see there. So very, very clever team marketing there. But if you want to subscribe to that, there's a link to that. And I'm also pleased to announce that I got confirmation that at the end of the year, we do have a USA and a UK release for the Dalek that I was building. So that is going to be available in the US. Unfortunately, we don't know the dates. There is a chance it's going to be staggered dates on that. But I did get it confirmed that it is for the US and the UK as well. So that's that one. The other thing is the Marvel movie replica collection. I've now got a code. So if you want to sign up for that, you can use the code Wayne Marvel. And I have actually got the first one here, which is the Iron Man helmet. Now, this is all metal. As a matter of fact, I think there's more metal in this than the actual one we built, which was quite funny because it is quite weighty. I'm going to keep this in the glass this time. I used to take these glasses off, but I don't want that to get dusty and stuff. So this is the Mark 85 helmet. And I believe we've got Captain America's shield coming, which I used to have as well. But I want to put these in order. And when you do get them, obviously each stage, I'm aware if I move away from the microphone, things go a bit weird. You do get the collection guide, and each stage comes with its own magazine as well. But I will do a video for that. I meant to do a video last week, but I just didn't get a chance because of obviously everything that's been going on in the last 2 weeks. So that's that. And the other thing is, Lou Dalmaso, obviously last week I showed off the 2001 Space Odyssey. And I watched Lou's video and it was freaking amazing. I'm going to use the word freaking a lot now because the way he engineered to have the thing revolving, I've seen other people doing it. And Lou's idea is by far the best. Even me, I tried to think of any other solutions for it, and Lou's idea is still the best idea. A question I've got for you, Lou, though, is if I was to have the roller on the outside ring, because you've got a roller underneath that inside ring at the back, if I had a roller down the bottom on the outside ring, that's complete, isn't it? So that should be fine. So my question is, when you've got your 6.35 mil jack in there, I don't know what that is, quarter inch, is it? Jack in there. Is that quite sturdy, holding that just on its own? Just out of curiosity. I will check chat, I promise. So is that sturdy on its own? Because if it is, then I could put the roller down here on the outer ring. That's my thoughts. But Lou said, you need to get yourself a good cutter. New sprue cutter. Now, this is my sprue cutter. It's seen better days, as you can see, but I didn't realise there's actually a connoisseur tip on sprue cutters. See, this sprue cutter that I've been using forever has got 2 blades to cut with, and it's absolutely right what people say. When you cut with these, it actually makes sort of like a flat area with a little notch in the middle that you have to sand. So I thought, well, what else is on the market? So I looked at the premium ones, and I had to buy myself a premium sprue cutter, which is this one here. Now, this has 1 cutting blade. So it's 1 cutting blade and 1 flat blade. And I tell you, it cuts so clean, you don't need to sand anything. It's just a perfect cut on that. And you have got replacement springs and everything for this. It even comes with a little leather cover here. So when Lou says you're going to need a sprue cutter for this 2001 build, I did go to town and I bought one of them. And you'll be pleased to know that that also is in my Amazon store. So if you are looking for a really good sprue cutter, I'll tell you now, normal sprue cutters are $5.99. That one was $25.99. But that is the link to the sprue cutter. Well, that's the link to my link tree. And then you can click on either my Amazon store in the UK or my Amazon store in the US. So that's that. I've told you about the live streams. That's everything. Wow. I think I've caught up. I've done everything. Tonight I am on rum, just so you know. As a matter of fact, I'm just going to top it up because I deliberately put a bit too much rum in there. We're on the black cherry kraken tonight, so that's good. Time is right. Everything's cool. So I will try and catch up with chat. You know what I'm like. The chat goes all over the place. So we'll have to see what it goes. Phil, I'm glad you're in here. My brother's got a complaint about your channel. And he is in chat, so I'm sure he's going to tell you. He misses the RKO beeps. The beep, 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 beep. He says for the oldies and the nostalgic on there, you need to have the pips in there. He misses the pips. So I said I will feed that back to him and let him know that he needs the beep, 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 pips. Oh, I make a good beep, beep, beep sort of person, don't I? I could be a sound effects guru. Okay, so let's try and catch up with chat. You met your mum a few years ago, lovely lady. Yeah, she used to when you were building the workshop. I understand she came in a couple of times. No one had told her that you were ripping my old workshop down or building this. So when she came around, she thought you were robbing the place, I think. But I mean, everything's prepared now. My brother, who's in chat now, he's over from Australia. I'm just waiting for my other brother, who's currently on holiday, to come back, and that's why things are. I mean, as I said, my mum died on the 22nd. That's why the funeral's not on the 19th of July. So there you go. I am currently sporting my cap that I got from Silverstone last week. Silverstone was completely cold, completely wet, and it was miserable, but it made for a good race, that's for sure. As a matter of fact. I'm not kidding. Down in Essex at the moment, the weather is absolutely lovely. Unfortunately, in Corby, once again to the Great British Summer. My video don't. I can't show you. It's chucking it down the rain. Oh, my video don't work. Typical technical problems. I can see it on the screen there, so I don't know what's going on there. But yeah, it's been raining. It's been raining solidly. Apparently, summer's going to hit on Sunday sometimes when England are facing Spain in the European Championships. So that's going to be good. Evening, Wayne. For the past 2 weeks, I've been visiting my mum in Margate Hospital. And I pass the Airfix place every day. Oh, that Airfix place is brilliant. The Wonderworks. I mean, obviously, I was in there just before Christmas. But yeah, very good. Very good. But I hope your mum's okay, David. Yep. It's a great loss losing Boyd. In fact, I think your mum was close to phoning the police. Yeah, you see what I mean? Chris, leave the message. I've got to read this. I told the local shop owner that you refuse to eat the clotted cream. Lou, you really do need to try clotted cream. It's one of those things that don't sound nice, but believe me, it's orgasmic. So she's requested. Oh yeah, on with Lou giving me this advice and talking about your engineering for the 2001. I want to get you a T-shirt saying "Aztec Dummy, I'm a freaking genius." I think that'd be a brilliant T-shirt. Gundam High 5 is a Roman numeral. I say it's high. You pronounce it high. Gundam High. Okay. If it doesn't have a handle on it, it's not Epic Gundam, right? Okay, I can remember that as well. Hello, Steve. How's Texas this time of evening? I wonder how many Gundams it will take. Well, once they're done here, they end up in my daughter's room. I'll tell you exactly where it is. My daughter is absolutely crazy for Japanese culture. Honestly, if she could live there, she would. But anything to do with Japan, she's got Japanese books, so she's reading them backwards because obviously they read from the back to the front. Posters, anime, anything Japanese. It's crazy. I've never seen anything like it. So yeah, all the Gundams are in there. But is Keith in here tonight? Hello, Keith. How's it going? I don't know if you're in here tonight, Keith, but I'm saying hello anyway. You believe the V in Gundam means version? I've got no idea. All I know is I struggle to read the instructions, let alone the front of the box art. So, yeah, how many people were watching the football yesterday? Now, I missed the first half because I was like getting frustrated building that luminous globe, which I'm happy to say we did it in the end. There was a lot of bits left over, and I did check them afterwards, but we're not meant to use them. I think that's just, I think Lou was telling me that on that 2001 spaceship, we're going to get loads of things left over as well. But when I saw the second half, it was a good game. I did enjoy it. So, I'm sorry to hear that, David. But in memory, mate, think of the good times. Oh, thank you, Gaz. Gaz, you're going to love this. I don't know if you follow. This is crazy. This is the power of the internet. Okay, I upset the internet a couple of days ago because I belong to a group called Corby Chats Back. It's basically a Corby Facebook group, and I posted this picture with a complaint. Let me just show you the picture first. This is the picture here. This is my local Asda store at 6 p.m. in the evening, and as you can see, the shutters are all down on every fire exit apart from the one going in and out. Now there are other little fire exits in the store, but they're not located with lighting or anything like that, or even those emergency signs that you can see on the ceiling there. So I put a post up saying that I think I'm sure it's a breach of fire regulations that those shutters should be down and the doors locked during trading time. And I had a lot of people agree with me, and I had a lot of people so visceral and angry with me about pointing that out, which I couldn't believe. And I thought, it's right. People were saying, I could pick anything. Like, this is a bottle of glue, and people argue over it. They would argue over anything. But so I upset quite a few people a couple of days ago just for pointing out the fact that the fire exits were closed. But there you go. What a world we live in, eh? Social media. You click the interest link. Well, all I know, Sean, just so you know, those two links that I put up, and I will put them up again. So, I mean, people can watch on demand as well. But for the Dalek, which is not that one, for the Dalek, which is that one, and for the Falcon is that one, they want to get as much express interest as possible, because what they're going to be doing is they're going to be emailing you to let you know that the pre-orders started. So that's the whole reason why you want to register your interest. It's the same link, Bob. What will happen is with that US Dalek, you scan that link and it will take you to your local site. So whatever territory you're in. Yeah, have you seen that Lego Jaws set? Oh my God. See, I don't normally build Lego, but that one I might make an exception for. I haven't got a clue. Does anyone know the price of it? But I mean, the shark's looking really good up there, isn't it? But having it's basically Phil's Sprueverse challenge made out of Lego. Really, isn't it? Aside from having a half a shark with the crane and stuff and the stand-out shark, just have the full shark. That's what the Lego is, which is great. I mean, the Lego Jaws. Let's have a look. There must be a picture somewhere. But it's they've just announced it. I remember it was like a Kickstarter that they were trying to seeing what the interest was. But it's a pretty impressive thing. I can't find one offhand. Isn't that typical? But I know there's one. So there's a picture here. I'm just going to try and share my screen. Stand by. Is it that one? Yeah. So share my screen. Nope, not that one. Whoops, turn that off. What's going on? Right, that one we want. There we go. So there's the box art for it. And there's the shark with the orca. Oh, I think that's wicked. I like it. But I haven't seen a price for it. Does anyone know the price for that? So that's pretty cool. You've set yourself a 3D challenge. You're going to print a full-size T1800 Terminator. I'm going to hope to film the build and chuck it on YouTube for all to see. I must be mad. That's going to be crazy. But I take it the files are they freely available? Have you had to buy the files for that, Storm Gaming? Because some of these models, like the droid from Phantom Menace, those files are free online. I didn't realize that, which is crazy. I understand also, just so the black hole must be coming back in a big way, because round 2 models are obviously bringing back the original black hole Maximilian and Vincent figures they do. Lego are bringing back some black hole figures as well. Crazy stuff. Telling you, anything retro from like late 70s to 80s at the moment is doing really well. Hello, Craig. How's it going? Yes, all of the weight is held by that jack. See, so that's really positive then, because if it's all held by that jack, then I could have a roller at the bottom. The only thing is, I did want to tilt it slightly, only slightly. I'm talking 3 degrees, 4 degrees perhaps, but I could probably still have a roller at the bottom. See, I've ordered all the motors now. So I've ordered the motors, the jacks, the jack sockets, everything. I just need masks. But I've got my sprue cutters. Ready to go. But I did see Ken Spriggs has started his now. So I'm watching with interest. It is funny when a new model comes out and everyone's building theirs, and it's like, I mean, Lou was just, he was like a runner. He was like, what's the runner? The Usain Bolt. He was like Usain Bolt springing out for that 100 meters because he really got on it, didn't you, Lou? But pretty amazing. And those 3 videos was an absolutely brilliant watch. I enjoyed that. But you're a very, very clever person. I think you are the Geordie LaForge of the model building world. I think you need to wear a visor for your engineering skills. Definitely going to think of that t-shirt idea, I'm telling you. Because I did see your other one when you were doing the drawers challenge. Haven't you got the yellow shirt which says something like I'm just a freaking ray of sunshine or something like that? Yeah, you need an Aztec dummy branded one. You've been checking on the new fish. You got new fish. John, we were just talking about you because I said I've got a Gundam model here from John Freeman. And I know you've got a lot for me as well, so I'm continuing my Gundam collection. Is that the God Hand snipper? Well, I mean, it's the it's not branded really. It's Steady, whoever they are. But I had to try it, so I got a bit of the Gundam model, and I cut just some of the real thick sprues from it because you can actually change the way that the amount that opens as well. You've got an Allen key in the side. They provide an Allen key as well. But I just wanted to see how clean the cut was. And having just one blade against a flat metal surface rather than 2 really does cut it straight. It's crazy. Mind you, Phil, won't top your Dalek. Need good sprue cutters for a Gundam. I mean, I've been using these for a long time. I'm going to throw them away now, actually, because they've seen better days. I mean, look, I've had these for ages. So, but no, actually, I will keep them because my children have a habit of nicking my tools. Now, I do have a sign that I put over here that, no, it's over there, about nicking my tools. But they don't care. They nick them. Oh, spider sprues on it tonight. Okay, John, why did the whale blush? I saw the ocean's bottom. My only joke I know about whales is where's the best place to find out the weight of a whale? And that's at a whaleway station. You think your office is filling up with model parts, already thinking about another display cabinet in the living room, and I need to figure out a display for the 143 cars. I've got some new cars coming soon, apparently, Bergdis. There's a Le Mans collection coming soon. So we'll have to see that. I was watching Ford versus Ferrari. That's I've seen that film a long time ago, but I watched that a couple of days ago. And today I watched Furiosa, the Mad Max saga. I really enjoyed it. Chris Hemsworth, I didn't even recognize because he's got like a fake nose on and false teeth. I didn't recognize him at all. But I really enjoyed Furiosa. Definitely a good film. I've got the Garfield movie to watch now with Chris Pratt and Samuel Jackson. Now, I was a big Garfield fan growing up. I'm the guy who had the Garfield stuck on my window in the car. But Jim Davis is a brilliant. It had me in fits growing up. I love Garfield. Your mic looks like a cola flavored ice cream. Does it? There's Michael saying, do like, please tell your brother they will be back when I hit 10,000 subs. There we go. You heard it here first. If Phil Siegel can hit 10,000 subs on Sprueverse channels, we'll have the beep, 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 peeps back. Oh, thank you, Pete. And there you go. See, there's a Mike. You need to get to the folks in Oz and get them to subscribe to Sprueverse. We need the Antipodean folk in there. It's lovely and sunny. I've heard on the south coast it's been lovely all day. Will, it's been miserable. It's been like autumn going into winter here for the last few days. Ever since I got back from Silverstone, so I really do want summer to hit sometime. Mrs. Welderwain's just fed up with me because I'm always moaning about the weather. But you know, when it's sunny, I can sit outside. It will be fun. I should have a cam outside. I mean, I've got a cam that I can put outside the workshop here, but I've never wired it in, mainly because the weather's so bad. But it's a bit like my other cam I've got here. I need to figure out the cams I've got out here are linked to my phone, so I can look them on my phone. I don't know if I can get the feed onto my PC. That's something I'll have to think about doing. I don't know how to do that. But you know me, if I don't know how to do something, I'll just find a YouTube for it. Not saying it's wet here, but in Knutsford, but my garden is flooded. I can believe it. Now Knutsford, that's north, isn't it? That's Manchester way, isn't it? My geography is terrible. And yeah, you just rub it in, Sheldon, in Canada. 35 degrees C. I mean, if you looked at that video, it was 12 degrees. It was 12 degrees, something like 58 degrees Fahrenheit. So it's terrible. Take care, Mega Nico. Thank you, Pete Cooper. Pete, did you see the Patreon YouTube members video? Because I put your video on the end just to show you what that looks like. But check that out. I think it'll get you a lot more clicks into your channel. But I do feel sorry for you folks in the Netherlands because it was never a penalty, but I still think the better team won. So Wayne, talk to us about the Tomy Enterprise release. I don't know a lot about it. It's a 1/350 scale. It's mostly die cast. I believe Tomy have already bought out a original series Enterprise as well. I do believe that original series Enterprise did have some issues, but I'm hoping that they would have learned from those issues to bring out the refit. But it does look really nice. I don't have anything offhand. The only thing I had was the link that I put into my social media channels. But when I get some more information, then I'll find out. But I know that Norm Chan from Tested was looking at it as well, and that's where I got clued onto it as well. Can never have too many Enterprise. You had a hurricane in Texas? Area still trying to recover. 1.2 million people still without power. That is crazy. See, I get confused about Tornado Alley. I know it goes up through up towards Kansas, doesn't it? Through the Gulf and up. So yeah, I suppose Texas hits. But it's normally, I thought it's normally going through like Louisiana, New Orleans, that sort of thing. But it's terrible. It's terrible. Although, I would be quite partial to do a bit of storm chasing. I did mention that to Mrs. Roldaway, and she was like, that's never happening. Oh, well. I'd rather go storm chasing than visit like Cairo or anything like that. Hello from Texas. Update on the ET. We haven't had any ETs, and from what I understand, there's a delay of 3 weeks, I believe, to the next boxes coming out. I believe actually the next 2 boxes are delayed for ET, and then it's going to go back to normal again. So we are stuck on that one at the moment. Obviously, I managed to continue up the leg for RoboCop. I believe we're now going to be at the stage where we're doing the retractable fire, so I can put the pistol in it. But I don't know when that's coming. But I read out that list of things that we got there. Pretty crazy. You're right, been there at that time. It's a fire risk, Gaz. It's a fire risk big time. As soon as I went into that store, I thought, how do I get out if there's a fire? And you can see I used to work in that Asda store, so I know where the fire doors are. But if you were a customer, you wouldn't know. It's terrible. Woke. Yep, that's what we were just talking about, Robert. So we got there on that. Oh, look, all of my links are coming up. That's crazy. Social media is full of trolls. Oh, what? I got called a grass. I got called everything. I got called all the names under the sun. Is this what you're worried about? And I thought, yeah, it really is, because it only takes, what's the use? We don't need the fire doors because they've never had a fire. It's like, well, with that logic, we never need to wear seatbelts because we've never had a crash. It's like, but in the end, I just thought, don't respond to people, because then what was happening? People were arguing amongst each other. It was fascinating to watch. It was like an experiment in social media. I just put a public service message up saying, I don't think these fire doors should be closed. And oh my God, the visceral that came off of it. Yeah, exactly what you just said, Chris. Exactly. You got sucked into the Japanese cartoon Spy X Family. There is a model that I want to create from a scene on the show, but I have to do full scale to get a full effect. It's amazing. You watch a show and you think, that will make a good model. I was mentioning in one of our model builder groups that I was watching. God, I've been watching films all this week. So I watched The Martian 3 days ago, and his Rover 2 that he's driving around for most of the film. I'd love to build something like that, but there isn't one. There is some STL files for that, but nothing official. But I think that'd be a brilliant build, and the way it's lit inside and everything, it's just asking for a build. Now I know Phil over on Spruverse did the rocket from it. I just think it would be good to as a compliment for that. I'll start, Keith. Are you in chat? I'll give you a nudge. Design a Rover 2. But I don't know, how niche is The Martian? See, I think watching that film again, it's an amazing film, but would it be as well known as some of the 70s and 80s, well, probably 60s and 70s space films? Don't know. See, look, that's not glue. It's adhesive. Even the label says glue. Jaws Lego's $150. Well, I think that's going to have to be something that I've got to invest in. It's an investing thing. Yeah, I know you'd probably like it too. Oh, bless. Yeah, see, I got this hat. This is the Red Bull hat, and Jack here is my son. He loved Perez from the Red Bull team, because Perez has been doing terrible for the last 6 races. He switched over to the worst worst Formula One team there is, which is Haas. So he likes Hockenberg, so he bought a Haas hat. But he bought his online. He didn't spend the stupid money that I spent. £60 for a hat. Can you believe that? Again, Mrs. World of Wayne's getting fed up of me saying £60 for a cap. It's ridiculous. I know someone will argue with you about how to build a model. He was also arguing with me how to fix cars. I've been doing it for over 30 years. Someone always knows better. But I've learned, you know, life is much easier if you just agree and say, yeah, you know, you're right. You're never gonna change someone's mind. So what's the point of arguing? Everyone goes away happy. It's a free STL. Wow, that's going to be a fun build. What do you call a girl in the middle of a tennis court? You are the cabaret tonight, John. Annette. The Black Hole is an underrated movie. I think it needs a re-release. I do think it. I don't mean a reboot, like, you know, Taiki Waititi's doing Time Bandits. That seems a bit. I don't know. I will hold judgment for it, but I love Time Bandits, and I think it's a bit sacrilege to create a. Is it a reboot or a spin-off? I don't know what it is, but we'll have to see. We'll have to see how that comes out. But Brad Pitt was at Silverstone this weekend. I didn't get to meet him. Thank God, Mrs. World of Wayne's breathing a huge sigh of relief. You know, I've always said if I meet Brad Pitt, I'll be a little bit starstruck, I think. But yeah, he's filming his. The movie's got a title now, F1, even though his team is Apex in that. But that's the second year in a row he's been filming at Silverstone. You want to use the metal jack, not the plastic. Yes, we need to get a birthday cake for the workshop. That'd be crazy. I've already ate all the Doctor Who birthday cake, just so you know. All chocolate. It was lovely. Thank you, Mike Hipperson. That Lego set will cost an arm and a leg. Well, Mike, thank you for that £2. It's now going to cost me £147, £48. God, my maths is awful. If I get it, though, do you reckon that's something people will be interested in? I think a speed build. If I was going to put it on the channel, I would do a speed build over, I don't know how long these things take to build, but 10 minutes, perhaps 15 minutes, sped up. We'll have to see. Or a 24-hour stream. Lego build 24-hour stream. Can you imagine that? Oh. They're still talking about... what's this? They're still talking about remaking the Black Hole. Originally, director of Tron Legacy was supposed to direct, but they shelved it and are talking about it again. It's getting a lot of traction, that's for sure. Renosian, thank you, Renosian. Lego Jaws is £130. I've tweeted you a link to official shop. Thank you, I will do that. It has pics too. Also, the Lego Space Shuttle Discovery. I do not own any Lego in this house at all, but I am seriously considering that one, definitely. The problem with a bottom, here we go. The bottom roller is that the construction ring is too flimsy and uneven to use. Yeah, I didn't want to use the construction ring. I was thinking that I will use it on the front, the one that's lit. So basically, you'll have this in there, and you'll have a roller at the bottom, which is directly underneath the outer ring, not the construction ring. So that's going to hold it there. That will hold it there, and the roller will just guide it round. What do you reckon? I know you've got yours right under there, but I was thinking about having it there. It'll add a bit of stability to it, and if I do decide to tilt it back a little bit like that, the roller's still going to have like part of it. I do think eventually... This is the only downside I can see, is that roller is going to mark, if I've got it on constantly, the outside of the ring. Don't know. It's still in my working progress mind. But what I was thinking, if I did that idea, Lou, sorry, I'm talking shop people. If I did that idea, I can 3D print an enclosure for the what's it called, for the jack. That can be on a real thin stand, probably copper in that, and then the base, which can be really chunky, would hold the big motor, which would drive the ring around. So I wouldn't have a big stand behind, if that makes sense. See, you see, this is all I do. I just think. I just think. I never put things into action. What I think. You had a full-size Vincent custom made for me using Ian Hughes files. Ian Hughes is an amazing guy that was slightly modified. I mean, this isn't full size. This is a 45%, I think. But I mean, he looks good there. But I do, when people do visit the workshop, I know Nick Barmer was here. What day is it today? Thursday. Nick Barmer came here yesterday. Just so you know, if you didn't know already, that my YouTube channel members and patrons, let me put a link up because I don't advertise this link enough at the moment. Where is it? If you become a member, which is up there, you do get entered every month into a draw, whether you're on a YouTube channel member or a Patreon channel. And in that draw, you can win something from the merch store and anything that I've got in the workshop, which I'm giving away. So he had sort of like a goodie box that he took with him. And he was trying to nick my Vincent as well. Isn't that right, Nick? But it was great seeing you, even though the dogs were barking constantly and the bribing them with bones didn't help. So you got a Lego Concorde? Oh my God. Oh, thank you, John. That's going to be cool. I need to start making Gundam space, I think. I think that's the next thing. But you know what? They look really good in glass display cabinets. Gundams are the exact size which fit good in a cabinet or a shelf. So that's a good thing about them. Well, I have now, Ian, because that I think that would do really well, the Jaws one on the channel. Now, I happen to know someone who's a marketing director for Lego, someone in the family. So I'm going to see what I can sort out. It's just suddenly occurred to me, Mrs. Weldaway, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So we'll have to see. You had one of them half Garfields that stuck out the boot of my car. Now I only had the one that stuck to the window, but I had pretty much every one of the books. There's a funny story attached to that. I will go into it because you know me. I could never save money when I was like a teenager. So my way of saving money, because back then you got paid a wage slip which had your cash inside that, was to take the cash and put it in different sleeves of my Garfield book and then lose it because I had so many Garfield books. And then if I ever wanted money, I'd have to open the books up to find my money. And you know, years go by and you forget about that. So I was digging out £10 and stuff that I didn't realize I'd hit in the books. No use to me because by the time I'd found them, they'd changed the design of the £10 and I think they were out of currency. I could still take them to the bank, I think, but crazy. Yes, Shelley Duvall died today, sadly. I did get that news before that. What the Telford dates this year? They are, stand by, someone's probably already answered in chat, but I have got them in the calendar. They are the 9th and 10th of November, Phil. 9th and 10th of November. That's the Saturday and Sunday. Wayne, did you get your stuff I sent you? Ranjit? No, I don't think I did. Email me, Ranjit. I haven't received anything recently. The only thing I received recently was from John Freeman, which was this. So, okay. I haven't received anything else yet. Yes, Goodwood Festival of Speed. Now, they've got all of the drivers for Red Bull there this weekend, from what I understand. But again, I haven't had a chance to go down there. But I will watch the cam, definitely. The damn birds. It's the blackbirds again. It's my own fault. I keep feeding them. You paid €424 for a car service and I needed the back brakes done. So another €365 wasn't happy. Well, my car was due for its MOT at the middle of June and it flew through with flying colours. So that Nissan, I'm telling you, I never, if I touch wood, I don't normally have problems with Nissans. That car has been a Trojan horse for me, especially with Scotland being stuck in the snow. It's just been a workhorse. That's what I was looking at. It's been a workhorse, not a Trojan horse. I'm not going to be breaking into some Greek settlement. Hello, Renosian. How's it going? Thank you very much. Thank you very much. The Danish Weather Service have issued a yellow warning, really? For this weekend, they estimate we could get between 50 and 100 mils of rain from Friday night to Sunday afternoon. The weather's just crazy. You know, something I noticed when I flew back from Wonderfest, I noticed going over the Atlantic, it was cloud over the Atlantic the whole way. Now, normally, it's not like that. But it's been like that the last couple of times I go. So when I'm off to New York in October, I'm going to check the same thing. I can normally see the sea, but no, it's just constant cloud all the way over. The weather has changed. Oh, there you go. See, Mrs. Rhoda Wayne, it's in the calendar. She knew that, Phil, so that's why she checked the calendar. You can watch Wales from Wales, can you? Yeah. Yeah, YouTube member. Yeah, the link's on the YouTube community tab, Pete. But that's how the end cards are going to change. So what's going to happen is I'll check the video of my people I subscribe. So Phil, I know you just released a channel. You released a video, so that will now come up on my end card for people to click on, just for that day, and then it will change every single day that I do a video to give other people exposure. It's a good way of getting the community sort of linked to network together like a spider's web. But it's another one of these sitting here having thoughts about how we can boost the community. So that's what I'm going to give that a go and see how that works. Wayne's challenge buddy's there for it. It'll be wild. It will be wild. We loved it, but it'd be nice to be able to spend more time there. I think that's what I mean. We had 3 hours there last year, didn't we? And when you got in there and you saw how big it was, 3 hours isn't going to cut it. 3 hours is just going to comb over. It's like a shutter speed of a camera set to the highest amount. You collect things about 100 quid. I'm gonna speak to my family member and see what I can do with that and how I can get hold of one. When does it get released? Have we got a release date for that? Does anyone know? The DB5, I've got pack 7 here. I haven't got any more of that at the moment, Raymond. Pack 7's the only one I've got, and I've still got to do that. And there you go. Matthias has gave the dimensions of that Tomy Enterprise, 34 times 16 times 16 inches. I don't know what an inch is. I'm British. We work in millimeters. That's why I got how many heads is it? How many heads is it? Yeah, we have to join the Corby group and flood it with complaints about the Asda door issues. Too good. Too good. I was going to take little snippets of some of the conversations, but it's terrible. Someone's like, "Oh my God, stop the press. This is terrible news," being overly sarcastic. It was funny. It was funny. I haven't had a chance, Joss, to be honest with you, because what's happening is that I try and do the builds during the day, and now I'm having to maintain my mum's house and garden doing that, because obviously my brother from Australia, he only just come over here. My other brother's in Cyprus, so I'm the only one who can do that at the moment. So, and then obviously my dad's in a care home, so I'm seeing my dad as well to make sure he's okay. So it's a little bit juggling everything at the moment, but next week's going to be absolutely fine. After Friday, we'll be good. Actually, make a tissue dance, put a little boogie in it. What is going on with Paul? No, I'm not going to get the GK3. Do you know why I'm not going to get it, Garrick? Because this Saturn 4 Ultra is easily the best resin printer I've ever used. I've never had a foul print in it that wasn't my own fault, which is great. And it's all to do with that tray, the VAT tray. Rather than lifting up, I've mentioned this before, the VAT tray drops and tilts like that. So it sort of peels itself away from this top plate like that. Peels itself rather than tries to suck it out. Never had a foul print. Brilliant it is. Absolutely brilliant. And there's a camera in there as well, so I get to monitor it anyway. The new Cornish A30 footbridge outside my house was complained about by someone in Wigan well over 340 miles away. It's definitely on the Cornish weed. People complain about everything. Someone says, "I think you should go to the fire brigade or take it up with the manager rather than post it on social media." And I'm like, but I just thought it was like sort of like a public service message to everybody. So I was like, if it isn't, why have we got Facebook? Yeah, tell me about it. But then she can't talk because some of the fabric Mrs. Rhoda Wayne brings home. Oh my God. Ian, next time you're around, just ask to see Mrs. Rhoda Wayne's fabric collection, and then you'll realise, yeah, we've got a bit of obsession going on. Oh, you're going to be going to Goodwood. Oh, that's going to be cool. Oh, you'll have to get a picture with Max Verstappen and Perez. They're going to be there. Coulthard's going to be there as well, I think. All my caps are free with Partworks. That's what makes it worse. I mean, even my NFL, my LA Rams cap, that was about, I can't remember, £40, 35, £40. But £60. Ridiculous. £50 to park in a field. £50 park in a field, which was just boggy. And it was just a farmer's field. We had to walk to the farmhouse with the hay bales and all of that to actually get out of the field to walk to Silverstone. 50, and that's official parking. That wasn't just some knockoff parking. That's official parking to park in. They were pulling people out with tractors at the end. It was crazy. It got so wet and boggy. Welcome back to Mercedes. Oh, bless. There's your message, Renosian. I know that didn't pop up on the screen. Oh, I'm behind on chat tonight. I'm sorry. There's a remake of The Fall Guy. I heard that, but I don't know if it's any good. I haven't heard any good things about it at the moment. At Silly Stone on the Saturday, the fast laps were filming sessions due to the crowd and team members who used as extras. Because they were filming on the Hamilton Straight and the Hamilton stands, but I didn't want to walk all the way around there, especially in that weather. It was crazy. Just a question. When Partwork companies bring out a model, this is from John Farron, they have to pay a fortune for copyright. If someone releases a file to download so modelers can print it, is there any infringement? Well, yeah, because the licensor would make that available to download for copyright. When they get a license, they have strict terms and conditions that they must follow. The licensor has the final say on everything. So, yeah. But you get people who do like their own project, which is argued, this is this I don't know. It's touchy ground. I don't even want to touch. Copyright law is such a mix. I've used Spiderweb a lot tonight, haven't I? But I'll never understand it. They're in the works to make Spaceballs 2 for next year. Really? You're very upset. You entered Lou into the monthly giveaway and he never wins. It's not my choice. It's the random wheel of names. But if we give Lou like 600 entries, you've got the Lego Saturn 5. Oh my God. Does Wayne do booby prizes? I don't know. I suppose I could do. That's not a bad idea, is it? You've won, I don't know, a chip. You've won. I mean, look, some of the weird stuff that I've been digging out. Do you remember I used to have a retro corner with the Game Boy and stuff like that? I found, because my Game Boy only had Tetris. When I went to the MCN Comic Con, this cost me £12. Look what I found. Look, Super Mario Land. So I thought, I used to have so much fun playing that on the Game Boy. And I can't find my Game Boy, so I haven't been able to play it yet. I think it's under there. So once these boxes go down here, I can try and dig it out. I did, Renosian. I did. And I showed it on the thing. Thank you very much for that. But if you watch it on demand, you'll see it. Funny enough, he does. Last month, it was a pair of blunt nippers. Oh, well, I've still got them. This month is another set of blunt nippers. I don't know what else. I mean, I went through a stage of just clearing this workstation up. So I don't think I threw a lot of stuff away, a lot of tools that really have seen better days. Wait a minute. Are you trying to get Wayne to give away a prize? Hello, Graham Loki. How's it going? Right. I'm probably going to have to go down the post office round you. I don't have a PO box anymore. I haven't had a PO box for 2 years. So I'll have to find out. There is a chance that might be sent back to you, but I'll go to my sorting office and see what they say. They might be holding it. I will check. But thanks for letting me know, and I will find out. And we're back to the clotted cream issue. You need to open. I'm telling you, clotted cream. If you had one of those scones, you should have had it with jam and clotted cream, and you would have been in a. Oh, that's the place. It hasn't got a name. It's just it's lovely. See, look, even Phil agrees with me. Foods that we'll have to create a list, Phil, about foods that Lou needs to try. Have you tried like a chili doner kebab, Lou? Oh, lovely. Yes, I saw the little boy Alf died as well. Only in his 40s. That's crazy. Hello, Robert. How's it going? Yeah, you do, Bergdis. Because with my announcement today, it'd be good if you put a video out, then it will get featured on that end card. I just think it will get more exposure for all the channels. I do think it's a good idea. The next Comic Con, oh, sorry, Amber M. If you're talking New York Comic Con, I'm there on the Friday. If you're talking MCM Comic Con, which is like the week after, I'm there all days, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So, God, I love a Comic Con. It's because the water temperatures have increased a lot. So more vaporizes, more clouds build up and get higher humidity and more rain. It's called climate change. Ah, okay. Is that why my, well, I haven't had to, normally every night I'm with the hose pipe in the garden. I haven't had to do that this year at all. 16 inches, about 40 centimeters. Thank you, Steve. I appreciate the metric conversions. Did you see the dog bowl? I did not know he knew how. Why can't a nose be 12 inches long? Because that would be a foot. Very clever. I'm not sleeping in the workshop. I don't think I've said anything untoward tonight, have I? You made me worry. You're talking about Ian sleeping in his workshop. I reckon Jew and Esther are very similar with fabric fetish. Gotcha. Yeah, we'll both be sleeping in the workshop. Ian, there's room for both of us in here. It'd be like camping. Oh, it was an excellent movie. I haven't seen it. Right, okay. That's another one on my watch list then. I've got the I've been buying 4K Blu-rays, so I've just bought Interstellar. Now I don't normally like Chris Nolan films, and I have watched Interstellar once before, but I actually watch it because of the mod. I'm starting to watch sci-fi films for the models now and the ships rather than the actual story. I don't know why I've got into that frame of mind, but that's pretty much why I bought Interstellar. That's why I was watching The Martian. I'm just captivated by how they've created some of those designs and stuff. It's crazy. I don't. As a matter of fact, Jacob, I'm nowhere near that at the moment with my next set that I've got coming out at the moment. Yeah, talking about copyrights, Jacob, you just reminded me. You remember I did a short for the Transformers, the Robotron converting Optimus Prime and what was the other one, Megatron. They've had to be taken down, and it wasn't nothing I've done wrong. It's basically the person that owned the copyright to the song, the Transformers song they had, decided that he didn't want people using it anymore. So he just withdrew it. And because of that, it mutes the video. And when that happens, the video automatically gets marked for deletion in 30 days. So I've deleted it myself. I don't get copyright strike because when I use the music, it was freely available to use. But the copyright holder can make their own minds up about when they want to retract that. So that's why those videos aren't on the channel anymore. I could use my old sprue cutters as a booby prize. I could use some old sprues as a booby prize. Although thinking about it, I'm probably going to need them because if we are going to go ahead with the next Sprueverse challenge, I think we're going to be talking about that and perhaps doing something scratch build. I'm probably going to need every bit of gimbal and stuff that I can possibly get my hands on. They have a Game Boy emulator on it. No, I do have a Game Boy here somewhere. I'm really hoping the 89 Batmobile makes a full run. I've heard nothing from it since, Craig. What concerns me about that build, even though the parts look really good, is there was no website. There was no web address on there. So people couldn't register their interest. So the only way people are going to know about their interest is by looking at videos that I've created and Todd's put on the My Partwork site and Pitslane Hobbies Ian's done. So who knows? How do they get feedback from that? But, you know, I'll tell them. I'll tell them every time I see them that we need that Batmobile. Maybe I could autograph the nippers. What, the blunt ones? Perhaps I should get a pair of these as a prize for next month. I think I'll do that for one of the channel members' prizes, and I will sign it as well because these are amazing. I've been using sprue cutter since the channel started, and I didn't realise that it does make a difference how these blades are laid out. But you live and learn. I'm still learning. I'm often making more mistakes than learning, but people say you learn by making mistakes. So there you go. That's how I learn. Next, I have to get Lou and Phil eating saffron bread. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is, Chris. Saffron bread? Nope. Whoosh, that's over my head. I found a great use for sprue cutters. Life has never been the same. Cutting toenails? Oh my God. Oh, Graham, my belly, I can't even reach that far down there. That's a Mrs. Welder Wayne job. I need to lose weight. I need to get down to a respectable weight again. Perhaps I just get one of those psoasapsis again, lose 4 stone. Oh, right. Okay. No, well, I'm in New York from the Wednesday. I arrive Wednesday. Thursday, I've got a free day. So I'm just going to go sightseeing and stuff. And then Friday, I'll be at Comic Con all day. But I leave Friday as well. So I have to get to the airport Friday evening. Interstellar was... Watched Oblivion on the weekend. Great film. Yeah, again, after Lou built his Oblivion drone, I had to watch that again. Because when I saw his model at Wonderfest and I saw the little decal that looks like someone standing over a severed head, I'm like, what? What's that? But yeah, have to watch it. Copyright is 75 years after author's death. Although they put stipulations in. I know Disney have been fighting a lot of stuff, haven't they? You can use the Mickey Mouse Steamboat Willie version, I believe, can't you now? Obviously, Winnie the Pooh went out of the copyright. It can't be long before James Bond, surely? Don't know. I think James Bond already is out of copyright, but not the version, Ian Fleming's version. Who runs the copyright? MGM and the Broccoli Estate? Broccoli. I called them Broccoli. I don't know how it works. I reached the end. I have reached the end. Check that out. I always catch up in the end. It's just the way I am. But I'm going to tidy this workshop up. As I said, tomorrow I am going to be doing the Titanic. There'll be no video on Saturday and Sunday. And then on Monday, I don't know what I'm going to build. It's going to be something quick as well because the care home that my dad's at is actually having a tea party, which I've been invited to. So I'll be going to that on Monday. But please remember that I will be doing a Patreon and channel members for YouTube stream on Wednesday. There's going to be no live stream on next Thursday. I don't think I'm going to be in a frame of mind to live stream on Thursday. And there'll be no video on Friday next week. But then we're back to normal programming from the Monday onwards after that. But thank you all for joining me tonight. It's been great. I've been on Restream again, and I don't think anything's gone wrong. And I have kept in touch with all the chat, I believe. But if you haven't watched it, remember to watch it on demand. Take care, everyone. See you later.